Hello guys, very good evening. Once again, I am
Very good evening to you too, sir.
Good evening, sir.
very good evening, very good evening.
Good evening,
Hi,
sir.
good evening.
Guys, can you switch on your cameras? Today, I am not going to present any PPT today. For your reference, I am telling you right now. In the meanwhile, how was yesterday's session? And like it or not? Because that is
Was good, sir. So nice session it was.
okay.
It was good, sir.
What have you learned from that session?
What are the potential pitfalls that we might encounter in an interview and how to overcome them?
And now my question to you, Sunil, how will you reach and how will you face the interview? What is the key here?
It's preparation, sir. It's
What
how
preparation?
well,
What makes you or which thing makes you to appear for the interview?
sir, could you repeat that question?
Which thing makes you to reach that point of or to face any interview? What is that particular thing?
It's
Preparation
going well prepared and being able to be tell which are your strengths and being able to highlight yourself amongst other candidates and
No,
being able to answer.
Sunil. What my question is, how you are going to face the interview? So what is the most important thing here?
Selling
How-
points.
You must be able to go
Selling
prepared, sir.
points.
Sorry, Nityashri?
Is that selling points?
No, not selling points.
So-
That's why I am asking. Because suppose if you are facing, okay, let me answer you. The first thing and the foremost thing is your CV.
Self-introduction, sir.
No, not self-introduction even, yeah. How you are going to face the interview? First, you have to share your CV with the company, right?
CV, sir. CV is the first process.
So that's what I am asking. The first process. So when you are ready, please don't unmute yourself, guys.
Oh, sorry. We must be able to prepare we must be able to prepare resume properly and be able. We must be thorough with what we have written in our resume, and must be able to anticipate what the interviewer might be, what questions the interviewer might be able to ask, and answer them properly.
Guys, again, my request to all of you, if you want to speak, please raise your hand, go to the reactions. If you join through laptop, it's very simple. Follow this protocol during the session, because if you guys are unmuting yourself, that doesn't look good and it interfere my flow as well, right? So the only request, go to the reaction, raise your hand like this, as Sonu and Mayank already did, and then one by one, I'll take the questions. Right? So first, Mayank, I'll ask.
Sir, difference between CV and resume.
Okay, done. Sonu?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you raised the hand, no? That's why. You have any question?
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, I am from background of fire engineering in before the lockdown period. Okay, sir. And then I am joined the MIT School of Distance Education for the PGDM IT field. If I am going for an interview and they will ask me why you switch your future, though how I can explain them. Can you please tell me this?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Did you join the yesterday's session?
Yes, sir, I can join.
Then what is your question once again? Can you ask?
Sir, previously I am joining a field which is fire and safety. Okay, sir. And then
Safety.
Fire and safety, sir.
Fire and safety, okay.
And due to the lockdown period, I have lost my job, sir.
Okay.
And beyond that lockdown period, 2 years, I am just think that yep, I am doing other course, which is not like fire and safety, and I am joining this course, sir. That is PGDM IT. Okay, sir.
Mhm.
And if I am facing interview, then if they ask me why, what are you doing in this 3 or 2 year period? So what I'm answering them?
No worries, Sonu. As I mentioned yesterday itself, that because lot of people, they lost their jobs, right? And companies understanding this thing, and they already understood that a lot of people lost their jobs. They're not asking anything here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so don't worry and don't hide anything there.
Okay, sir.
Sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now Sai Sudarshan.
Hi, sir. Very good evening.
Very good evening.
Sir, I'm joined in MIT in 2018, PhD BA in Finance Management. And after that, I'm doing for job only for in BPO section and non-west process. In 9 months, I have done. So when it is 9 months, after 9 months, exams is going on MIT in second semester exams. On that time, so I didn't get any leaves and all. So I'm managing for night shift and I'm doing for exams and all. So I'm physically not good in that. So after that, I resigned my job and I want to concentrate on my studies. So when I want to finish my exams and after that I want to join the company. So that's why I waited to again to new company. But unexpectedly COVID came. So during for almost 1.5 years, I'm in home only. I'm in managing after that my father's businesses. Right now, so almost it is 2.5 years it is completed. So now how can I go for as a pressure like as a financial field? How can I go through for finance pressure? Is any possible through
So how many
PGDB?
years of experience prior to that you have?
Sir, I have done in 9 months. I have done in it. I have 9 months in a 9 months process. After that, when I resigned in 2019, August and October. So after next 2-3 months, an exams is going on in my third semester, but that is also postponed during the COVID situation. So
That is a very simple sign. Like as I mentioned, because if you are applying for a job, so I already mentioned what 20 things you have to comply or you have to follow to how you are going to crack the interview, right? Now, if you are not means because of COVID, I didn't get the question properly here. If you lost a job just because of the COVID or you start pursuing your because of this PGDM, you left the job, you always mention during the interview because you want to enhance your skills.
okay.
And always PGDM, postgraduate diploma in management, they always enhance your skills. As per my understanding, whatever you are learning, PGDM or in MBA, if you are doing a business, what you learn in next 20 years, they are going to teach you in 2 years.
Yes, sir.
That's why PGDM and MBA is there. MBA are there. Okay.
Okay. So before what I had done in on my job and everything, so that is a BPO. So I want to put in a resume or no. So that is good for me.
What? Sorry, I'm not getting a question properly here.
Actually, I have done in 9 months of experience, right? So what I am done in my job.
You can mention 9 months you have done this thing. That's not an issue.
But I'm getting a lot of times, every time almost 10 to 15 calls I'm getting for like BPO only. So I'm not getting financial field and at least one call also I didn't get. I don't know why I am done mistake. I don't know my resume and all.
Yes, resume. So that's why I'm saying the first step. Let me
And
complete.
this is my first section. So I didn't attempt. This is my first live coming from through classes.
So yesterday you were not there in the session.
No.
So
I
you
got
just
today one day I got.
yes.
Mail.
Yesterday, my request, Sai, kindly see the yesterday's recording as well. Then you come to know.
So then how to join? How do I can watch that videos and all?
Ma'am will provide the recording. You can ask.
Okay, sir.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, no worries. So Sai's answer. Okay, now I'll go to Abhijit. Yes, Abhijit.
Very good evening to you, sir.
Very good evening.
Hope you are having a nice day.
Obviously, interacting with all of you, it's pleasure because the only thing that a lot of people, they didn't switch on their cameras.
Yes,
I
that's
request
a
all of you.
disappointment. Yes.
Not a disappointment, but I think the people are not
less
comfort
interactive.
on camera. Now, let me tell you one thing. When you are facing any interview, that is very important that you switch on your camera. And you cannot give the vague answers that you are not having a proper connectivity, you are traveling, because the interview is scheduled based on your convenience.
Yes, yes.
So you cannot mention, and the only request, please don't unmute yourself, guys, without raising your hands. Okay. Sheetal, Kostu.
Sir, can I
Please.
get back on my question?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, I want to ask, what is a cover letter and where often it is used? Where are the areas it is used? Like email, or we have to send an email to HR. Where it is used exactly?
Okay, okay. So 2 questions: CV, resume difference, and cover letter.
Cover
I'll
letter.
answer.
Yes.
Sure, Abhijit. I'll just request, mute yourself, lower your hand.
Yes.
Shalini, what is your question?
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Please tell me.
First of all, I would like to thanks about yesterday's session, which was really beneficial. So I have a question. Like, I joined MIT at 2018 after cracking MAT, but due to some issue, I took a distance. And in 2019, I have done 3-month internship program, and then after I joined QK, Quality Kiosk. It's an IT-based company based on Navi Mumbai, and it's on contractual period. Like, but now I am thinking I'm looking for change. So now I am thinking I have 1.5 year of experience total. So now I'm thinking when the interview will ask about this, why you choose distance after cracking MAT, and why the company took you on contract basis. So what will I have to answer? I just want to know.
Contractual role, it's very simple. Companies, because when they are I'll answer why companies are hiring. First of all, for the CW. CWR stands for contractual hiring, right? Contingent working reason. That is the full form of CWR. So what, because they receive the project and they don't want to hire for the full time, they know that for the next 10 months, 3 months, or whatever the time period, they have the requirement. So they are hiring the people. And a lot of companies, they'll not ask this question, what happened there? Because you can mention in your CV very clearly contractual basis. On contractual basis for 1 year, you joined the company. The project is over, so you are looking for another job.
Okay, and what should be the salary? Because on contract, I was getting not more than, but 10 to 12,000 minimum, honestly. So if the interview will ask, so now what is your expectation?
So for the CWR, if I'm talking contractual, it was office or home, work from home or work from office.
It was work from home. It was work from home.
That's why there is a difference. When you are going and you are opting for work from office, the CTC will revise. Companies are taking care of that. Few companies, they are not taking care, where you have to negotiate.
Okay, so what will I have to answer? Like, if they will ask about the figure out, just figure out your salary. What is your expectation?
How can I answer, Shalini, about this question?
Yeah, I know. Actually, I give so many interviews, but unfortunately, I didn't crack just because of my expectation. But I can't answer. I'm not able to answer the CTC.
Because they mention, because when they are sharing and they are calling, they always mention the companies. Most of the companies, they are mentioning this is the CTC range they are offering to the candidates. If they are not mentioning, I think that is not good. Because experienced candidates is always depends on their last job.
Yeah.
And you can mention that you are looking for the market industry, and you are the right person who can give me and who will do the justice with my candidature if I'm making it. Don't give the answer expectation right then and there. Always try to put, because it's a psychological question. You have to answer in a psychological manner. Try to understand why they are asking this question, whether you are greedy or not. Don't mention this thing that you are expecting this much. You always mention, I know about the work culture, company, everything, and you guys are the right people who will judge my candidature, and based on that, you do the needful or right justice for my expectation.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh,
simple answer.
yeah. Okay, I got my answer. Thank you so much.
Now, Shrikant, I'll go to you.
Yes. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Very good
Uh,
evening.
Before my question, I want to share my about my background. I have completed my master's in commerce in the year 2016, and simultaneously I have also completed a PGD IB in international business. It was a postgraduate diploma of 1 year that from MIT itself. From MIT, I have done my MCOM as well as PGD IB simultaneously in the year 2016. Then I got the job in 2016, and I worked more than 3 years with Crisil Limited as a financial analyst. And in 2019, I enrolled for full-time MBA program in Pune city, and I have completed in the year 2020 full-time MBA in finance. Hello.
Full-time MBA, you enrolled in 19 and you completed in 21.
2020 in the year 2020.
So 1 year program.
2-year program. At 18, I enrolled in 2018 and
Okay.
completed in 20.
Okay.
But I left the job in 2019.
You left the job in 2019.
Yes, and I got the another job in next month in 2019 in the month of December 2019, and I worked around 3 months with WNS, but I was facing some health issues because I worked in 4 night shifts, so I need to change or leave that job at that time. Then I absconded that job at that time, and suddenly Corona happens, and the problem, so many problems comes in my life, and then I took some rest at that time and decided that I need to complete first my MBA in finance and also upgrade my skill sets in my field. Then I completed MBA in finance as well as some professional certification programs from well-known institutes, and then I decided to get exposure about entrepreneurship. Then I started my own startup, and also I'm currently running my own startup, and also simultaneously I'm pursuing PGDM from MIT, and it's my last semester now. I'm pursuing. My question is, should I mention that 4 degrees along with my professional all certifications in my CV, or it will create that this guy is overqualified for that position? Should I mention all these?
Okay, Shrikant. Now let me ask, while you were pursuing your MBA in 2018, from 2018 to 2020, and you were working, how is it possible? Because you mentioned you joined full time.
Yes, full time. Actually, I worked in night shift and I attend the classes in day shift.
Okay, done. That's the question answered. Okay, you have to mention all those things in your CV. Second thing, don't mention about your start.
Yes, should I mention my startup?
In a startup in which sector?
Trading in electronics products on B2B platform. And actually, I outsource most of the activities.
Then why are you looking for a job? You are an entrepreneur, and in MBA, as I mentioned, they are always MBAs are for to become an entrepreneur. Yes. MBAs are not for to get a job. That's the right mindset which we are carrying in our minds. MBA always for to become an entrepreneur. The first question my mind to you, why are you looking for a job?
To get the exposure about the corporate and
to get the exposure.
Yes, and interested in project management field, and I have done some skilled certifications in that, just like project finance. That's why I enrolled the project management program. And in entrepreneurship, I experience a lot that I need to work on myself, whether it is storytelling, public speaking, because the things changing rapidly, and we have to work on various things that we have to upgrade. So it takes too much time, as well as to build a team that it actually consumes more.
Hello, am I audible to all of you, or Shrikant is stuck?
Shrikant got lost.
Okay.
Yes.
Network problem is there.
Shrikant, you were stuck. Okay, let me answer. Whatever I understood in between. First of all, if you are an entrepreneur, be an entrepreneur. Right? If you want to learn new things, now, okay. On a professional front, let me tell you this.
But I'm but not. I'm facing cash flow issues in my business, and so I should have the fixed income source, and the motive or the objective.
Fixed income source, Shrikant, then it is very difficult to pay attention on your entrepreneur or your start. First thing first. Cash flows are the things which will come and hinder your startup. You have to look for the way outs, how you are going to make it and break it. And if you are looking for a fixed income source just for a stopgap arrangement, then mark my word, pay attention to your entrepreneur or your startup. Down the line, 1 year or 2 years, you will do a great work, and you can employ a lot of people. That's not an issue.
But the
Because
motive.
this particular question I understood, but this is not the right forum to answer that. You can connect me on a personalized note, and I can answer. You can connect me over the LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is Kshitij.
Yes, already I have followed, sir, your profile on LinkedIn.
Okay, you can message me. That's not an issue. I'll answer.
Sir, you are the very genuine person. That's why I
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. But this is not the right forum to answer that question. It's very personalized. And
I will get back to you, sir.
Okay?
I will get back to you.
Okay. Now I'll take the last question from Sandeep, and I'll start with the session. Otherwise, I cannot start with the session. And I just answer your questions, and post in between, please don't interfere. That's the only request, right? So Sandeep, you can ask.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Yeah, actually, sir, yesterday I missed the session. I was unable to log into that app. And after having a lot of difficulties, today I got the user ID, I mean the password. I got to log into that through that password. Actually, sir, the thing is that I have a 8 to 9 year of experience in the field of insurance, training, sales, and healthcare also. Basically, I stay in Jharkhand, Devghar. It's in Jharkhand. And I was in fact working for a company like for the diagnostic company as a center manager for this location. And after working for 2.5 years, I was transferred to some other location. And due to my personal reason at that time, I could not move to that location. As far as my educational qualification is concerned, I am a BSc Geology honors along with an MBA 2 year of regular course in marketing, and currently pursuing this logistic course for a career shift in midway of my, my entire professional span. I want to shift to logistic and supply chain. But I am having some problem as that I am in the upper age front, and since December 2019, I'm not working due to COVID conditions, and I was getting some opportunities elsewhere, not in my location. So, and not so very good opportunities also. So I was stuck like just doing the studies work and trying to carve a niche for myself in the logistic domain. And so I would like to seek one or two advice from you that will be like boosting my confidence. If I have a lot of gaps in my career. Hello, sir. Am I
Yes,
audible, sir?
yes, you are audible. I'm just listening.
Yeah. Yeah, so actually, if I have a lot of gaps and if I am at the age group of 46, 47, so in spite of having a good academic records and with 8 to 9 years of experience on papers, then the company will not be having any problems in recruiting me. Like if, I complete my this course of logistics and supply chain, and I'm like I excel through the interview also. So what should I do, sir?
So now the first thing, location constraint is there, Sandeep, because
No, sir.
Pan India.
At first, yeah. Pan India, but preferred is East India. Like I shall be near to my family because my kids is very small, and my ma'am is also working in this location, so she cannot move with me to any other location at a distant location. So that would be my preference, but locational constraint will not be there now.
Okay.
Actually, sir, after completing my marketing,
you are pursuing your PGDM into logistics.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No, it is like something which is completely domain shift, complete domain shift from the related to healthcare and finance. As you mentioned, you want to
switch marketing. It was like insurance, direct marketing.
Direct marketing.
Yeah. Otherwise, actually the market was I joined it in a very not very appealing kind of industry at that time. So I was getting all kind of insurance job only, and at this stage I'm not getting anything since I am over age for this. And so I started with the back office job with a diagnostic company that was like totally the admin and operations kind of profile.
Again, I request Sandeep for this answer because completely domain shift, domain switch, and with little bit location constraint. If I'm talking about Jharkhand, so it's in East or North India.
Oh, no, it's in East India near to Jamshedpur. A lot of companies are there in Jamshedpur in logistics, sir. And like Jamshedpur, you may be knowing it's like this.
I know Jamshedpur. Everyone knows Tata Steel. Who doesn't know about Tata Steel? If they don't know how the Tata Steel is in Jamshedpur, and it is the #1 company when it comes to employer satisfaction.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So again, I request Sandeep, connect with me on a personal note. I'll guide you.
Yeah, definitely, sir. I will talk to you personally, sir. But I don't have the contact number also.
I shared my LinkedIn profile. You connect with me. I'll message my number. And whenever I have time, we'll connect. We'll have a vote. That's not an issue.
Yes,
okay, guys. Already 30 minutes.
Sir,
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Sir, I have a request. Please share the LinkedIn profile.
I already shared.
Please share today also, sir. I was also not there.
I think I had shared with everyone, no?
Can I look into the past lectures also on this app? I mean, your
app, I think yes, you receive. Mahjmeen ma'am will guide you. That's not an issue.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, guys. So again, I'll welcome. And my request to all of you, please don't interfere in between. Hold your questions. As I mentioned, last evening lecture, I'll complete the session. Today, I'm not going to share. I'm going to tell you my request to all of you. Kindly take a pen and a book. Whatever I am going to say, please make a note of it. I'm allowing you 2 minutes time. All of you. If you are having, if you don't have, that's not a good thing, not a good sign. Right, Avijit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mayank asked me one question: what is the difference between CV and resume? I think even Avijit asked the same question. As I mentioned, let me tell you quickly what is resume. Resume is a brief about yourself. Resume is a brief about yourself. Pointers, no explanation. CV, curriculum vitae, is with explanation of those bullet points. Like Kshitij Kumar Singh has worked with this previous organization as this head position. What he did, I'll mention subtitles in that bullet point. Heading. Suppose I was heading placements over there in the previous organization. What I have done along with the digital marketing and admissions or related to something, anything, I explain. In a resume, I'll just mention I am heading this thing. Prior to that, what is there? I just mention in resume, okay, I was the manager for corporate engagements, social media manager, or like this thing, I'll mention. Points I mention in resume, brief. Curriculum vitae with explanation. Resume is the first step that which allows you to face an interview. CV or resume. My request, now don't get confused between resume or CV. Okay. In Indian industry, if I'm talking about, people are looking, they are talking, as I mentioned yesterday, CV and resume, there is no specific distinction. Companies are considering CV and resume in the same form. Most of the companies, right? Am I clear? Mayank, I think you asked that question.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
So that I asked because that yesterday's link over in the Google form, it was written to attach your CV, and after that, in the email itself, ma'am wrote that after completing your interview exams and all, we will talk about your resume and your interview session. So that's why I was confused what we should attach your CV or resume. That's why, sir.
No worries, no worries. People are not taking CV and resume so seriously in India, right? But if you are applying through job portals like Naukri, Monster, Indeed, try to give the brief resume, bullet points. I'll mention, just allow me some time. Please hold your thoughts. The second question which Avijit asked, what is cover letter? A cover letter is a very small synopsis about Kshitij Kumar Singh, a working professional carrying 13 years of experience into particular this domain, work with this organization, and having this kind of skill set. 2 to 3. Just allow me some time. I have to take this call. Just a second. Sorry for the interruption. So cover letter, a very 4 to 5 lines. Cover letter, 4 to 5 lines. A small Kshitij Kumar Singh, a marketing professional, 13 years of experience, heading the corporate engagements operations in ImaginXP, work with these organizations. The skill set is this, certified digital marketer, also learning this thing. That's it, the cover letter. Very simple synopsis, right? Now, anyone can tell me the name of this session without saying, going back, what is the session name? Today's session name? Anyone?
E-portfolio career playbook.
Resume building.
Okay, done. Thank you so much. What is e-portfolio? Now, let me tell you, e-portfolios mostly consider for the designers. Designers, UX designers, visual designers, graphic designers, for them. Now, for the work professionals, for freshers, your resume work like e-portfolio, which is you can share over the electronic medium. That is, don't get confused between the e-portfolio and your resume or CV. The medium should be electronic that work as a e-portfolio along with your cover letter, right? So for the experienced professionals, what have they done? They can make a complete PDF of their projects, complete PDF of their project work. They can save it. Okay. Now, for the freshers, if you want to share, you should mention in your CV or resume. If I'm saying resume or CV, please don't get confused. I'll say CV, it's a short form rather than saying resume. Okay. So CV, you mention your AV resume. Like what is AV resume? For at least 90 seconds to 120 seconds, you create your video. Like I am Kshitij Singh, working with ImaginXP, heading this thing. This is what it shows. It shows your communication skills and give a very quick introduction to the company. And you can save it on your Google Drive, because rather than you are going, and it should be clickable and the link should be workable. Am I clear till here? Link should be clickable on your CV and it should be workable. You can mention, you can shorten the URL, and bit.ly you can use. Even I am not sure whether Google Shorten is working till now. You can use the bit.ly and you can paste it over there. Till now I am clear. Now I'll go. What is career playbook? Anyone can mention what is career playbook? Bhagesh, you can check with Mehzabeen ma'am for the same.
Is it the list of achievements that you achieved in your career, sir?
No, which I am doing right now, it's career playbook, the advice.
I don't know, sir.
It's very simple. Career playbook is the advice where you get a job which fulfill your need. Okay, you get a job, you will be paid, you will cater your daily needs for next 30 to 40 years. It's very simple. Career playbook. So don't get confused. Now I'll come to the CV or resume. So all of you, I'm not sure whether you received a CV format or resume format from the MIT or not, but I'm going to share few CV formats. Anyone can tell me what is ATS? ATS related to job portal. I can give you the hint. Anyone?
Yes.
Yes,
ATS is whenever we apply in any company for a job, they themselves have a portal wherein the candidate is applying, have a link wherein they have to upload their resume and they have to write whatever questions the company wants to know, like screening questions. They are already provided in a form. Then they fill it, they attach the resume.
We lost you, Akshita, here. Okay, what I was asking, my sincere request here, without raising the hands, please don't unmute yourself. Akshita, we lost you. I am muting you right now. Okay. So what is ATS stands for? ATS stands for Application Tracking System. Now, my next question to all of you, please raise your hand, then answer. What do you think when you are applying for a job, how much time any recruiter spend on your CV? Akshita, please.
About
No,
45
we are
minutes.
not able to hear you, Akshita.
45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Parikshit.
Few seconds.
15 seconds. Pankaj, Giridhar, Abhijit.
A minute or two.
Mayank.
Hardly 5 minutes, sir.
Hardly 5 minutes. Diksha. Okay, guys, let me tell you maximum time they are going to spend. You maximum time. Please listen it carefully. Someone answered very closely. Pankaj Giridhar. He was very close. It's 10 seconds maximum on your CV. Parikshit, congratulations. 15 seconds is way more. So now your CV or resume, they are going to check within 10 seconds. Maximum time, average time is 6 seconds. They open, they see, they close it. Clear till now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now how you are going to create a good CV? There are so many CV formats available or resume formats available freely on internet. You can go and check, because all of you from the management, freshers, experienced candidates, it's very difficult for me to share all the things. 45 seconds. It's not right. 45 seconds. It's maximum 10-second time as per the study.
Should I say one tool for resume building? Resume Builder is one of the app on Play Store.
There are so many. There are on iOS, App Store. There are so many things. And as I mentioned in the last evening session, that please form a group and help each other. Till the time you are not doing, guys, sorry, you are not up to the mark. Okay.
Sir, sorry for interrupting. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Only 2 or 3 sessions is remaining about this interview-related preparation. So, can you please take the initiative that please tell to the team.
Again,
hello, sir. Can you please take the initiative to tell the MIT that to create a group, WhatsApp group for us?
Majmin ma'am, I need your presence here.
Shrikant, I need to check with senior, because this we can't do at this moment. There's some discussions will be happen for this query which actually you are saying. So just give us a time. Yeah. Let me think over it. Okay.
I'll share one little thought here, Majmin ma'am, if you allow me. Share your numbers here if you are comfortable and form a group. Very simple, but don't do right away. I'll give you the time after the session. And
yes,
someone already initiated. Abhijit Sonavane. Thank you, Abhijit.
Shrikant, you have a placement department email ID. If any query, you can mail over there. No issue. And sir has already shared their LinkedIn, his LinkedIn, link. So you can connect him over there, as well as if you are having any query related to the placement, you have our placement email ID. I hope you have.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold your thoughts now. Let me complete, because I have 15 more minutes. Then I have to open the forum for the questions. I'll not allow Shrikant. Don't unmute yourself. Okay, guys. So what do you think? What is the best CV? Anyone can tell me. Anyone. Don't unmute yourself. What is the best order? Whether it's a reverse chronological order or chronological order. Reverse chronological or chronological? Akshita.
Chronological.
Reverse chronological is the answer. Suppose Kshitij is presenting his CV, okay, with the details. Then I have to start with, then he is associated with ImaginXP from this date till present and previous organization. This is reverse chronological order. You cannot mention that you started working in 2007 and in the last you are mentioning that is you are working with ImaginXP. Yes, Shweta, that's the right answer. Okay. Right. The first thing, keep in the mind. You can make a note of it. Now, the first thing and the foremost thing, what all of you are doing. Suppose Akshita or Shrikant or Abhijit, they create one very good CV. What you'll do? Copy, paste. We guys are very good when it comes to copy paste. Mark my word. We are not saying, even they mentioned they are pursuing this thing. Sometimes a recruiter, if their portfolio, CV is shortlisted, they are mentioning you are pursuing PGDM in finance, but you are saying that you are currently pursuing in logistics. So these kind of mistakes students are making. First and foremost thing, don't copy paste. Write your CV with your own hands. Don't copy paste. At least give few days time. Correct it. Share with someone who is really good. Faculty is there. Your faculty who is teaching, you can share with them, right? And you can check. So first thing, don't copy paste. You can take what they retain, how good that CV is particular. There are a lot of templates, as Shrikant mentioned. Okay. Now, every time when you are applying for the company, your CV or resume should be modified accordingly as per the value system of the company. Now, what are the freshers they are doing when they are applying? They are just copy pasting their CV, right? Or they are uploading that CV. Suppose you are applying in a company, logistic company. If I'm talking about Sikar, you are applying in Sikar. Then you have to mention, have the project have you done related to logistic first, rather than your experience mention. Mention your keywords in bold, right? Am I clear till now? Have different CVs according to the companies and companies requirement. You have to modify each and every time. Don't just upload one single CV. It requires a lot of time. It's a cumbersome activity. Cumbersome means difficult activity. So don't go by that, right? Only one CV. Check again, last evening session, first and foremost thing which I mentioned, SWOT analysis. All of you remember, read about the industry, go through that particular site, go through particular that JD and think what they are looking for. Do the changes in your JD, CV, right? And don't copy paste JD and try to fit the JD in the CV. That's the thing which the people and students are doing very wrong. It's a big mistake. It's a blunder actually. As I mentioned, 10 seconds, how you are going to make it. Now listen it carefully. Try to create your CV in a single page. Summarize everything. Resume. Try to create your resume. I'm not saying CV anymore. Resume means bullet points. Single font. If you are using Calibri, use Calibri throughout. If you are using Arial, Times New Roman, don't use 2-3 fonts in the CV. Doesn't good very good impression. It's a very negative impression. And ATS, they will not check. They'll discard your single font. Okay. So what do's and don'ts you have to follow? Please note it down. If you are, because I know this is the new generation, they are thinking I'll get the recording, kaun karega, points note. Okay, it's up to you guys, right? Write very concise, single line, write it very concise. To write your CV very concise, very neatly. Customize the resume according to the company requirement, which I already mentioned. In the last, do mention about the summary statement. Highlight, bold. Highlight your achievements. Highlight your achievements. First and foremost thing you have to mention about yourself. Kshitij Kumar Singh, phone number, email ID. Very clear. Don't use complicated CVs in terms of design. Don't go by that. Simple CV, don't complicate your CV. Simple, neat, clean CV is more than enough. Resume. Now, never use passive voice. Always use active sentences. If your name is, my name is Kshitij Kumar Singh, write the simple sentence. Don't go by this. People call me with different names, but I go by Kshitij. Why you are mentioning? Why you are complicating things in your CV? Optimize your CV according to ATS. ATS stands for Application Tracking System. When you are applying through the job portals, it should be optimized as per the ATS. There are lot many information available, as Shrikant mentioned already. There is the app Resume Builder on Play Store. You can download. If you are having iOS, there are so many Resume Builder apps you can check. That's not an issue. Over the internet, there are free guides, sample guides are available, which you can check. I think most of you don't know about the ATS, so I'm telling you this. Don't try to fit the JD, because you are seeing JD. Now you are trying to modify. Okay, let me put the JD in different manner. Don't do that. Do use data as a sample. What do I mean by this data as a sample? Suppose if I'm talking my example, when I was doing SEO, the traffic rate on website increased by 300%. Very simple. If I'm applying for the post of digital marketing, show the data as an example. Don't include obvious skills like I'm truthful. Sabko pata hai. Okay. I am hardworking. Sabko pata hai. That's why you are applying for this job. Obvious skills, they are very less, but don't try to mention those things in your CV. Don't try to show off your experience. Very crisp, concise. That if you are carrying 14 years of experience and you are saying just because of me, company growth is 200% on that thing, don't do that. Right? Simple terms. I try to initiate this thing because of that, this much percentage increase. Very simple and very humble. Don't try to include anything confidential. Last evening, someone asked, can we disclose the name of the client? So the same thing, don't try to disclose or mention anything which is very confidential. Make a note of these points, guys. Try to avoid to work with the controversial companies. I'll not name any controversial company here. This is not the right forum. On a personal level, I can mention. It doesn't look good. Try to mention that how you grow in the previous organization or in the organization in which you are working. Again, you started with assistant manager, deputy manager. Now you are heading or become the director. These things you have to mention, but again in the reverse chronological order in the same organization. Don't mention that you started with assistant manager. You start that you work like this. It shows your summary. Try to, again, I'm saying the first point, optimize or concise your CV, resume. Always try to put these things. It requires a lot of brainstorming to prepare your CV. The simple thing, you can give all your information to professional resume builder. They'll charge you 2,000, 3,000 rupees or 4,000, 5,000. There are a lot many and they can create your CV or resume. But if you have to create, there are a lot of things you have to put in. You have to follow all the guidelines. There are n number of guidelines available on the internet, but I am trying my possible means in my best knowledge. And my best knowledge, whatever I learned till now. Okay. Do not use any objective statement, offensive statement, which shows your arrogance. Be polite, be truthful. Don't try to hide gaps. Last evening I mentioned, if you are having a gap 3-4 years, UPSC clear, you are pursuing, it's okay. You mentioned that you are an aspiring candidate of UPSC from 2010 to 2014. That's it. One simple line. It covers your gap. Do not use any jargons. I am not going to explain what are the jargons. I am pretty sure that everyone knows about the jargons. Don't use negative phrases. Right? Try to inculcate means try to use powerful verbs, and you can find like rather than how can I mention? I'll get back to you with the example of the powerful verbs. If you are sitting an interview and facing interview just because of some references, don't include that reference in your CV and don't mention over the mail as well. They don't require this thing. Don't try to spend time for the designing your CV. Keep it simple, keep it crisp. Stand out your subject line. Like my subject line, which I mentioned, I want to start up with EdTech organization. EdTech startup. I clearly mentioned my subject line. I always want to start with EdTech company. That was the very simple subject line. And it stand out me, what he is looking, Kshitij is looking for. That is from my personal choice. Because when I was applying for ImaginXP, I modify my CV. My subject line as well. Alignment is very required because what people are doing, your CV alignment, because most of you, I'm not saying commenting, but you don't know how to align the in Word document. Right? So align your CV particularly. Take help each other. Now, in a bullet point, if you are mentioning, like I took an example of SEO, if I mention, I'll mention increase the traffic by 300% within 6 months. It's a one line. In a bullet point, don't go beyond more than 2 lines. In a bullet point, don't write 2 lines, more than 2 lines. 2 lines is valid, but try to make it 1 line. For the numbers, use digits. 2 years to 30%, 30 everywhere. Don't go by with the letters. For your skill sections, every CV they mention skill sections, they have a separate column. Try to put all your skills in a manner which is very crisp. Why I'm saying this thing, if you put in a single CV, ATS optimized CV, ATS will scan your CV. It will go to the recruiter and they see, okay, the particular candidate is following everything, and they call for the interview based on your resume. Now, if you're carrying experience, you can carry your CV where you explain everything and you can hand over that particular CV to the interview, which explain everything what have you done till now, right? Along with the cover letter, if you are applying, apply along with the cover letter and resume. While you are facing the interview, share your CV, or it's a face-to-face, carry your CV. I think I am clear on the CV and resume part now. Now, very important thing. Guys, this is my last time. I'm sincerely requesting all of you, please don't unmute it. Actually, I'm not able to concentrate while I'm speaking. I put a lot of efforts for this session.
Okay.
Guys are without, don't unmute yourself, please. How many of you mentioned in your CV? Just raise your hand. Listening to music. Just raise your hand. Anyone? Okay. Anyone mentioned listening to music? Okay, done. Sneha, just unmute yourself. Sneha, are you there? Sneha Chandra?
Sir, can I speak something?
No, not now. Sneha, are you there? Okay. Tulsi, are you there? Unmute yourself then, Sneha. Okay, Diksha, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Listening to music, what kind of music do you prefer to listen?
Sir, classical and also classical.
Classical, what kind of classical do you prefer? Now you mentioned listening to music.
Yes, sir.
Mention about that you listen classical music, specifically this particular segment, because classical music have different varieties, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you mention your CV?
No, sir.
Why? Listening to music, matlab, if I'm saying you are listening metal, trance, classical, bhajan, Sufi,
Yes,
everything.
Yes, sir.
Right? Am I right?
Yes.
Listening to
Yes,
music
sir.
covers everything.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I say, who is the famous singer for the Rag Mallar, what is your answer? And who received the Padma Vibhushan right now in the music category recently? It's a very simple thing. You are a music lover. You have to answer that question, right?
Lata Mangeshkar.
Lata Mangeshkar, classical singer. Very good. She is a great singer, no doubt. Lata ji means no doubt Swar Kokla of India. But she is for commercial music. Okay. Now you tell me, I ask simple question. Who got the Padma Vibhushan for in the music category from India right now? Recently it concluded. No worries. All of you got the gist what I'm trying to say here?
Is she Asha Bhosle?
In the classical, I'm asking, you can go back, you can
The
check.
Pandit Birju Maharaj.
Birju Maharaj ji is a great singer. I think he already received the Padma Bhushan. Which is the, I think so. But I didn't know the name. Why I'm saying this thing to all of you? Because whatever you are going to mention your CV, you know in and out. Now, most of the people also mention reading books, right? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, let me tell you, ask you, who mentioned yes? Abhijit, tell me the latest novel from Mr. Dan Brown.
No, sir. No idea.
They're reading books. Now I'll not means I'll think that you are carrying all the knowledge related to books. What you have to mention, if I have to mention reading books, science fiction, mostly from, or you can say suspense, non-science fiction, whatever the category of the Dan Brown. My favorite writer or author is Dan Brown, right? If I'm not mentioning, I'll mention. I used to, means I love to read Sanatan history books. You name it, I have it. Whether it's all the Vedas, I have. If it's Gita, it's Puran, everything. Who wrote, I know. What is there, I know. But I specify, I categorize that thing very clearly. You are getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Now someone mentioned playing cricket. What is the height of the stump?
No idea.
No one
again.
knows. 22 yards, everyone knows. Pitch. So try, means whatever you are mentioning your CV in your hobbies and interest. Okay, now let me ask you very interesting question.
Sir, solo.
One second. Again, guys, just raise your hand. What is the difference between hobbies and interest? How many of you know? Don't unmute till the time I will not ask, please. Diksha, Shrikant, please mute yourself continuously. I'm telling you. So, Akshita, I'll give you the chance to answer. What is the difference between interest and hobby?
Sir, interest is interest is something that we like that, and we would like we like that, and we don't know at a much deeper level, or we don't practice it. And hobbies is something that we like that is also what we like to do, but we put in our efforts in practicing it. Hobby is something that is done religiously, whereas interest can be any time. Like it may be fluctuation. Abhi means if I get time, then I will read something, I'll read some article. If
Interest
I'm
leads
interested
to
in,
hobby. Interest leads to hobby. It's very simple. Don't get confused. Like my interest is watching chess, playing chess, and I am okay player. I'll not say that I am very good. I am on a beginner level of the chess. My ALO is 1700 as of now, but whenever I get time, I play chess. So even I means interest and hobby. How it become interest? My father used to play, my grandfather used to play. I start watching them. I create that interest, and then I start playing. I found it very passionate, very you can say, addictive. And that is my interest leads to hobby. I love to watch tennis. What is that? Interest or hobby? That comes in interest, not hobby. Hobby which you are doing. Akshita, you clearly mentioned interest leads to hobby, but can I play tennis? That's not it. But I love to watch tennis. I cannot play tennis. My favorite player is Roger Federer. Right? Now, allow me some time. I have to share few things with all of you. And my CV, my laptop is saying I'll not allow Kshitij to share anything. I'm not sure. One second. I'll open the forum. Let me first. So I shared 3 CVs format with all of you. You can go, and these are based on the ATS. If you're following that format, I have 15-20 more CVs, but it is taking so much time. I'm not able to share in a single shot. What I'll do, I'll share all the CV format with Majmin ma'am, and I request Majmin ma'am kindly share with all the students. That would be really helpful. Right? Otherwise, I have to go one by one. I have to share. It requires a lot of time. Right? So that is from my side. In the last, I asked one question to all of you. If someone is asking, tell me about yourself, how you are going to answer that? Now, let me put a situation here. It is very interesting. You are sitting for a company's interview without, irrespective of any technology, any domain specific. You are sitting in the final round of the interview, right? They asked one question, and these are the panel members as of now, 77. They asked the question, tell me about yourself. Based on that, you have to summarize that why should we hire you for this particular job, what you are carrying so good, right? And you have to speak for next 5 minutes. How will you answer that question? And you cannot mention, let me tell you very clearly, because they know everything in and out, everyone. Whatever you mentioned in your CV, they knew. Now you cannot mention whatever you mentioned in the CV, but you can take a part from the CV. You are sitting in the final round, irrespective of any technology. They ask very specific question, tell me about yourself. How you are going to answer that question? It requires a lot of brainstorming to tell you about yourself. Do the research, write yourself, connect with me, and I'll give you the answer. That is from my side. Thank you so much. I'll open the forum for the question. Akshita, do you have any question?
No, no.
Now, Shri Sunil. Okay.
Yeah, sir, I have one particular question. If I mentioned in my hobbies that I am interested in playing badminton and playing keyboard, is that okay? Or what? Or will it lead to any kind of complicated questions like the one you just mentioned?
If the interviewer is like me, I'll make sure that your interview is going to be very complicated.
Because I just started learning musical keyboard like only 2 months ago, and this is like my 3rd month.
I'm not sure about like, but if you're facing the interview, even the interviewer, they prepare themselves what questions they are going to ask from the candidates. Now, as you mentioned, you are playing what? Keyboard.
It's musical keyboard, sir. It is
Musical keyboard. Who is the fastest musical keyboard player in India?
No idea, sir.
I think if I'm not wrong, piano.
Adnan Sami.
Adnan Sami.
Adnan Sami.
Yes, sir.
People know this thing. Even I know this thing. I think he's the one of the world's fastest.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
A simple question. I'm not in a mood for technical round now, Sunil. I'm done with hearing, technical thing. As I mentioned last session, bring that energy.
Okay, sir.
Positive energy. I asked simply, you mentioned, Sunil, आपने mentioned किया है कि you are playing keyboard. Who is the fastest, keyboard player in India? अभी आपको ये नहीं पता है whether the company will take you in or not. Just because of one question, try to, whatever you are putting, CV is hardly 1 page. Whatever you are putting, you can do the research. Now, if someone is going to ask me about total number of chess squares in a chessboard, I'll mention 204. Total number of rectangles, it's 1296. Who is the number 1 player? It's Mr. Magnus Carlsen. Total female player, I'll mention who, it's a Chinese name, Hu Shong something. It's a difficult name to pronounce, but I'll try to pronounce that name during that point of time. That kind of knowledge I have about the chess. Who is the number 1 who was the first player to become the chess world champion? It's Mr. Vishwanath Anandan. Right now, who the prodigy, Indian prodigy?
Pragnananda.
Who won the match against Magnus Carlsen? It's Pragyan Anand from Chennai again. That kind of knowledge I'm carrying. Who won the Tata Chess Steel? Mr. Magnus Carlsen. You got it?
Yes, sir. So which is your favorite opening in chess?
E4. E4,
As from
E5,
black
knight
side.
F3, C4. Listen, E4, E5, knight F3. Suppose someone plays C5. Then I'll
English
count.
opening. English opening. Actually, even I am a chess player, sir, but not at that level.
I am not that good, yeah. I am not that good.
I mean, you just mentioned that you're an LO 1700 player.
So 1700 is everyone is there on the chess.com. That's not a great thing. I am losing 5 matches. I am winning 2 matches.
Okay.
Because clear, I don't have time because chess requires daily basis practice.
Yes, yes, sir. Because I've seen my brother indulge in competitive play, not chess, but it's competitive video games, and it's very tough to get these ratings. So that's why I felt that you're great there, sir.
And because I am serving, I'm at your service right now, all of you. I don't have time. So that's why I hope you enjoyed my session. If you don't like my session, please give your feedback to Mazmin ma'am. If you like it and you want to connect with me over the LinkedIn.
Okay,
sir, I am having.
Yes. Now start asking question and allow me 1 minute time or 30 seconds time. Can I drink water?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Please ask. In between, you can ask the question. I am listening.
Okay. Should I mention our professional picture on the CV? This is my one question.
It totally depends on you.
Okay.
Very few companies, they are asking pictures. As I mentioned, create your AV and put it the link. AV means audio video resume. Record yourself, your video, AV. Make a Google Drive link, which should be workable, and put it there rather than pasting your picture.
Okay. So
And
second one is strength and weaknesses. Should we mention?
No. You are mentioning your strength and weaknesses. As I mentioned, you have to mention, you have to modify according to your job description. That's the thing. Don't mention strength and weaknesses. And as I mentioned means in the last session, weaknesses, everyone carrying so many weaknesses. What strength you are carrying, you have to mention that. Don't.
And third one is as far as working professional is concerned. So how many pages should be in
Again, if you are applying through the job portal, resume 1 page, try to make it 1 page, carrying the CV where you mention everything. I shared Sheetal format with all of you. 3 formats I shared. You scroll the chat, it will be there. I have 15-20 CVs format. That's not an issue, but it requires a lot of time. I'm not able to share in a single shot. I didn't get it. Everyone, I think, received. No, I shared. One second.
No.
No, sir, did not get it.
Yeah.
Check at 8:11 p.m. I shared.
Can you share it again at the last session of this? Thank you, sir.
Received 1 CV? Or not? Now don't write it here. I'm just sharing here. Don't write anything in the chat box, please. Did you receive management resume?
No, not yet.
Why it's not going? I'm able to see that it's there.
Sir, check that if it's sent to everyone.
It's to everyone.
Sir.
No, not received.
सर आप एक काम कीजिए, if possible ड्राइव पे होगा तो लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए बस.
ड्राइव पे नहीं है तो ड्राइव पे डालना पड़ेगा. That's the issue. 1 second, let me move that folder to the drive. In between, you allow me some time.
Yes,
Till the
sir.
time,
For
if you
sure.
want to ask something, you can ask. No more questions, guys?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Is it really required to put hobbies and interests in CV?
It's for your reference, which I mentioned. It's not required.
Okay.
Is link received to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes. Now is it?
Okay, there are a lot many CVs. Okay, CV templates based on the ATS. You can. Now, any more questions, guys?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can I put in sports sports analyst, like in put in making for videos in a YouTube channel? We have one YouTube channel, so we are making on a sports analyst, like a sports analysis in like during the IPL or like analysis and all. So we can put in a CV.
I didn't get your question, Sudarshan.
Sir, actually, I'm making on movie reactions. Like example for movie reaction, I have on a YouTube channel. So can I put in my resume
Movie
in my YouTube
reaction.
channel? Sorry.
Yeah, it comes your hobby. As your hobby, you can mention.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the session. You allow me to leave, or still you won't have some questions? I'll try to answer.
Actually, sir, I will get back to you.
Okay, guys. Okay, Dinesh is asking something. Yeah, please, Dinesh. Dinesh, are you there? No, I am not able to hear you, Dinesh. I hope I try to answer all the questions. I gave you all.
Audible?
Yeah, Dinesh, you are audible.
Sir, actually I have 10 plus years experience, but I have so many companies also change, nearly 5 companies. So I have to show all my companies profile on my CV. It's required, I think so.
Yes.
So can I mention if it is how to adjust in one page? It is not possible, na? So
It's
whatever the
possible.
teachment and
Work
responsibilities.
work experience, ABC company from this year to this year. One line, one bullet point, right? You worked in 5 companies. Second point, company number 2, duration 2, designation this. Company number 3, duration this, designation this. Like that.
Responsibilities have to mention for each and every company because have to
Resume which I am talking about, Dinesh, which you are sharing, you just share your resume. If you are applying, you just mention your key skills. Again, I am saying key skills. As I mentioned, skills have a separate section. If you are applying for any particular company, suppose you are applying for TCS, you are a software developer. You mention your skills according to the JD. ATS will track that. Experience 10 plus. You are carrying in a bullet point. While during the interview, you just share your CV.
So not in-depth description not required in that CV.
As per my knowledge, it is not. This is whatever I'm sharing, what I just observed, whatever I learned till now, what I'm telling you. If someone is approaching you personally, that is something with them you can share the CV. Like I have to separate. One means always one page CV where I just mention everything very clearly. One is the detailed description, which is CV.
Okay. I will check your sample formats also once again. Then I will can adjust accordingly. Thank you.
Somendra?
Yeah, thanks for the very useful session. I'm Somendra. I'm having 15 plus years experience. I'm working in a telecom domain. I just come to know from your point of view, as you have rightly said, because I also a part of the different interview boards where I can see the candidates introduce yourself. This is a very challenging session, even that is applicable for all of us, including myself. So as you have mentioned, I also like to just present myself with the same thing, but how I will just to share that thing with you. because you have also put that open questions to all of us. So that after doing introduce yourself, I am just looking for your feedback and views so that I can even introduce myself in a better way. I can do that thing. So you need me to share these things over you in your personal link, or you suggest us to in which way so that we can get the benefited, or myself I can get benefited. I think you are clear with the question.
Means what exactly you are saying?
Yeah, how I can share it with you to have your feedback on specifically on this introduce yourself section.
Connect me over the LinkedIn. And my request
so
to
that
all
is the
of
best
you,
way.
because my time is during the office hours is very limited, and I'm back to back busy.
Absolutely.
If I'm not able to answer your query, but I'll make sure that I'll revert. I'll make sure I'll revert immediately. I cannot say that thing. Might be after 1 hour or after 10 hours or one day, but I'll revert. So don't take it that Kshitij is very arrogant. I have so much things to take care. Thanks to ImaginXP that they have showed so much faith into me. Now I am leading 3 verticals here. So based on that, you can understand, Somendra, what is the time availability. Still, I'm in office right now and serving you guys.
Yeah, appreciate that thing, and thanks for your kind help. Actually, my question is specifically only for that reason.
Yes,
because
yes.
time is inevitable thing for of us. So that the best way I can approach you, and you can also revert back to us. So as per you, the best way of approaching as per you through the LinkedIn. Thank you.
Yes, yes. LinkedIn. No worries.
Okay. Right. Thanks. Thanks for it.
Sharan Gowda, Mahzameen ma'am will help you here to share the link. Mahzameen ma'am, if you are there, they are asking the link of yesterday's session.
Yes, sure, definitely. Tomorrow I'll be sharing, a link for today's session.
Yesterday's even they are asking. Sharan Gowda is asking about the yesterday's session.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Sure. I'll share this session's link also.
Thank you, ma'am. Mayank.
Actually, sir, I have online virtual shop. So it will become in my experience or in hobby section. What should I have?
Online virtual shop means you are an entrepreneur.
So I can. You told me, na sir, you can't write it in experience under the column.
If you are looking for a job, why they hire an entrepreneur? You tell me this thing. If I am taking someone, I'll make sure that they are not from the business background. Because people, what they are doing, they are coming for the stopgap arrangement, or you have to present in a manner that you founded this thing, it didn't do well, now you are looking for a job.
Okay, sir. So, sir, should I put it in should I mention in my resume or not about this?
If it's still running, don't mention. If it's still running, don't mention. Like Shrikant Patil asked about his entrepreneur, this startup cash flow thing. If it is not doing that well, he has to mention.
No, sir. I have worked a lot that I can leave behind. It can work on my behalf also. So should I write down or not?
Then you mentioned that you worked from this time till this time. And what have you done?
Okay, sir.
Someone's phone is ringing. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I think I tried to answer all the questions. Lovely meeting you guys. Take care. Connect with case.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Take care and
Thank you, sir.
share your numbers with each other. I'm just ending for myself. You can take care. Good night. Bye bye.
Sir, can you share your number so we can add you in the group?
My number. Sorry about that. I cannot share my
group has been formed, so I was asking that.
Huh?
Group has been formed today only. So if you can provide us your number also, then we can put in the group.
I'll connect with you on the link. I think someone's Kyle is making so much noise and I'm not able to hear
Sir, you
him.
can wrap up the session.
Okay, done guys. Bye-bye. Take care.